for our next segment, we're going to talk about 3 of our favorite features that we like. We're each going to take turns and say which one it is we like and describe it a little bit and go from there. I'll go first. So one of my favorite features is it's called the Add Links to Your Navigation menu. And this is where you could bookmark a link to any page in Business Central and then add that link to the navigation menu of your home page. I think it's going to make it easier for people to just go through Business Central and find what they want, and quicker to access the information that they need.
Yep.
What about you? What's one of yours?
Well, my by far I'm an end user at heart. So in looking at my list of my 3 top favorite features, they're all modern client usability things.
Yeah.
My first one is saving and personalizing list views. So what that means is, like, for example, you open up a list of customers. By default, you're looking at all customers, right? Mm-hmm. But maybe I'm Ken Sabahar, so I'm only interested in looking at my customers. So what I can do is I can open up the customer list. I can set a filter on salesperson KS, for example, mm-hmm. and then I can save that filtered list and put that on my navigation menu. So now when I want to look at customers, I can either open the customers list, or I can click on this new list that I created and called Ken's Customers. And it will automatically refresh that list every time with all the records that currently meet that criteria.
Nice. So you don't have to filter each time you want to look at it.
Right.
It's already saved.
Yep.
Nice.
How about you?
All right, so my second one, and these are in no particular order for me. I don't know if you've ranked yours from 1 to 3 or whatnot.
That's what I do.
It's what you do. So my second favorite one is you can now switch between companies in your business inbox and Outlook. So before you'd have to log out, I believe, of Business Central, switch the company, log back in, log out of Outlook, log back into Outlook, reestablish the connection, and then enter and change the data that you want. Now you can go in, choose which company you want, and enter the data right from Outlook.
There you go.
So I think makes it easier and quicker. I seem to be about the things that make it quicker.
Absolutely. I think we both are. Yeah. Right? You want it to be fast and easy.
Right? Yeah. What's your second?
So my second one is the ability to add notes and links to data.
Yeah.
So what this means is I have a customer record, ABC Supplies is my customer, and I can add notes to that customer. So it's you can already add comments to the customer, mm-hmm. but notes, I can go in and I can add an unlimited length note. I can just keep typing and typing and typing, and it just creates a note, and it tracks who created that note and on what date, and associates that note with that record. And what's cool is it's inherently available on all of the different records throughout the system. Really? So you can add notes to customers, vendors, items, quotes, orders, posted invoices, anything.
Mm-hmm. It's very nice.
Otherwise, too, it's actually, I get a 2-for-1 here, Michael. It's also the ability to add links to data.
Oh.
So a link, think about, again, you have a customer. Maybe your salesperson prepared a proposal for them in Microsoft Word, or they got a signature on a proposal for a project. You can now attach that linked document to a customer record.
Really?
Right. Or an item. It could be a drawing of an item or specifications for your items. You can attach those as links to different records.
So now as a average user, I would put myself in maybe below average. I would think that kind of goes along with the drag and drop feature of some of these apps that are out there. Well, I know we'll talk about it later, but maybe it's a little competition.
Correct. Yeah. So the links feature is really nice. Again, it's like people want structured data, right? So that's why these are important. Things like these notes and links, and that's why I like this feature, is because today you have things like emails or sticky notes or text messages or other ways that you're communicating. It's not all structured together with your core data.
Right.
By using these features, you're taking those things and you're putting it all together so that everyone across the organization has visibility to that information.
Right. That's good. All right. So my third one is, and we kind of touched upon this earlier, it's the ability to download a database backup file. I think that it's key for people who have issues and need to revert back to a different file. But the thing with this is, and you pointed this out to me earlier, is why are they doing this? Well, it's because certain countries require that businesses have access to their data files. So they had to do it pretty much. Whether or not they were going to, regardless, is
Right.
for somebody to say.
And,
But
yeah, and it's the right thing to do.
yeah,
And it's a great thing that they're offering that.
yeah. Now, who can download a backup file? So I believe it's in the Business Central Administration Center. The tenant administrators can create and download a database backup for each environment for that tenant.
There you go.
All right, what's your third?
My third and final one is it's kind of a simple one, but it's adjusting the width of columns
Ooh.
has become easier.
Yeah.
So the standard width of a column is not necessarily the number of characters that fit. There are some fields, for example, like an item description is 50 characters.
Right.
You don't always want the width of that field to be 50 characters wide, right? So you may want to change how wide of a field you want that to be on your item list. And currently you can change the width of it, but it takes a few steps. So now they're simplifying how fast and easy it is for an end user to change the width of the columns
Really?
on their screens. So.
Great. Save some more time.
Yep. So yeah, I think it's interesting. I mean, to kind of wrap up there, I'm looking at it and for the most part, all of our changes were usability or client
pretty
interface
much.
things that make an average user's life better.
Yeah. I agree completely.
And I think it's really important, just not to overlook that all of the technical service and application changes that they're making, those are also important too, right? Because people, the assumption is that those things are all there, that they're working, and that it's operating smoothly.
Yeah.
But now, how do I use it every day?
Yeah. So it just relates more with people, the average daily user. So.
Yep. And I think in the upcoming months, as we get a preview of some of these features, we're going to maybe go in and record some demos and preview some of these features and talk about them in our upcoming podcasts. But for today, it was fun just focusing on some of reading through the list of all the new things
that we think just look cool.
Yeah. So.
It's all personal preference for us right now.
Yep. So coming up next, we're going to go through and we're going to talk about a cool feature.
Yeah.
in
Very
Business
cool
Central.
feature.